I just cannot imagine bearing my children before myself. And they had to do that.
And that thought is all it took to trigger the tears. It's been more than 20 years since a killer took Brenda Joy Bancroft on Christmas Eve, but sometimes to Sister Bobby and parents Bill and Joanne, it feels like yesterday. On December 24th, 1979, Brenda bounded out of the house for a holiday party, and she never came back.
You know, you feel it. You feel it right here. There's something not right.
Someone strangled the 20-year-old in her car and stuffed her under the passenger dashboard. Brenda's murder is one of at least a dozen perplexing cases at the oceanfront where young, pretty women ended up missing or dead. None of the crimes are solved.
I just would love to have seen my sister watch my sons grow up.
I analyzed the cases, wondering if they are the sinister signature of a serial killer. I tracked down long-retired detectives who confirmed to me they too wondered about that, but never found evidence to prove it.
That was thought of on a continuing basis, but you still got to connect the dots.
Then I asked for something unusual. I asked Virginia Beach's squad of cold case detectives to dig into these specific files to search the storage rooms for any evidence that might link the crimes or contain a killer's DNA. And the detectives agreed. After months of scouring, they did find evidence that could solve these murders. This police report prepared for News Channel 3 shows what they uncovered. In the case of Lynn Seathaler and Janice Pietropola, two Pittsburgh tourists murdered in an oceanfront cottage, evidence found. Biological evidence from the killer was sent to the FBI in 1973, long before DNA tests existed. But it's never been tested with modern science. Police believe the FBI still has it, so they're tracking down that evidence for new testing. In the case of Beverly Christensen, evidence found. Police say they discovered in their evidence room several items from her apartment the killer likely touched. That could mean DNA. And in the case of Alice Eskew, snatched off the street and dumped nude in First Landing State Park, evidence found. Although police never located the crime scene, they did collect evidence from where the killer left her. Detectives think one piece might have the killer's DNA.
DNA is now to the point of you don't even need blood. Simple touch. You leave enough DNA material behind with your touch. And these were things that were never even envisioned back then.
That means even items a killer touched 30 years ago could now reveal his name. In many cases, that stuff has been in the files all along, but it's only become valuable with this newest science. Although it's a long shot, it could mean families might learn once and for all who took their loved ones.
I just want to hold her in my arms and just give her a hug. And just tell her I love her so much and I've missed her so much.
But in other cases, like those of Barbara Jean Monaco, Judy Sylvester, and Marcia Remick, there is no evidence because there are no bodies. The women are still missing.
I'm going to do everything that I can possibly do to find her.
Detective Angela Murphy is using a new computer database open to the public to match missing women to bodies unearthed anywhere in America. When a body or a bone turns up, her computer cranks up and makes dozens of comparisons. So far, no luck. That means nothing yet to tell the families.
Just an answer for them. I mean, however grim it may be, an answer is better than not knowing anything at all.
Meanwhile, the cold case detectives will have to wait. Because the cases are so old, they'll get a low priority at the lab. But even though this part of the process is painfully tedious, it still proves police have not quit the chase.
Till the day they breathe no more, they should always have in the back of their head that somebody is looking.
So police are tracking down that crucial evidence sent to the FBI long ago, and they are using the latest DNA science to test evidence they've had in storage for decades. The police report on these cases compiled for News Channel 3, it's on our website, WTKR.com. You can read about the cases, and if you know anything that could help police, they need to hear from you. In the control room tonight, Mike Mather, News Channel 3.